Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and we're designandtechtips.com. We got some great news. The folks over at Elegant Themes there, the makers of the fantastic Divi theme, have got 5 hotspot designs absolutely free to download. I downloaded one, customized it for my own needs here. As you can see, we've got an image and a few little spots down here. If I hover over, you'll see it's got some details and a title. There's a planet there, bit of lightning, and up here we've got some moons. Really easy to do and great little interactive things to have on your site. And I'll show you how to download them, import them, and customize them to your needs. So first things first, let's go over there and download them. If we look down here, just rolling down from the top a little bit, first thing you may want to do is preview them. And here they are. Just have a look, choose the one that may be what you're looking for here. I think this is the one I used before. We'll go ahead and use that one again. If we roll back up to the table up here, you can hit the download 5 hotspots. You may be prompted to put an email in there. I'm already signed into my account, so it's got the download button. Once you put your email in, you can download the files. Just left click on it. It'll download them to your default location there. Once downloaded, it's going to download as a zip file. All you need to do is right click on it, hit extract here, and it will give us our JSON files here, hotspots 1 through 5. Bottom one there, if you import that one, it'll import all 5 of them. Okay, so how do we import them? Really easy. Let's go down to the dashboard. I'm using the Divi 5 theme here. Once at the dashboard, we can go down to Divi, Divi library. Here's the one I originally downloaded here. I'm going to go ahead and trash that one. I'm going to go up to import and export at the top here. I'm going to left click on it. I want to import, so I'm going to click on import down here. I'm going to drag my files over. I want number 2. Obviously select whichever one works for you. I'm going to drop it. I just left clicked, dragged it. I'm going to drop it where it says no file selected there. Or you can just hit choose file and browse to where it was you extracted your files. I'm going to hit import Divi builder layouts. I'm going to leave import presets unchecked. And there's the check mark. It'll load it into the library now. Very quick process. And there we are again. It's right there. Great. So how do we get it on our page? I'm sure some of you are ahead of me on this. I've got my original one open here. Let's just delete this whole section. We'll start from scratch. So we'll pretend like this is a new page. I'm going to use a full section for mine. If we look back over at the library in the hotspot section, if we go over here, it tells us it's a section. It's not just a row or a module itself. It'll always tell you what these things are over here. So we can add a new section and just add it that way. If I go back to the page, it's got a default section on the top. I'm just going to hit the blue button to add a new section. I'm going to add from library. There it is right there. Let's use this section. And there it is. We can delete that empty top section. We're not going to need it. And they've got this young lady. They've got one over her little training shoes here. Well, let's preview it so you can really see. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And we'll preview. Like I say, you've got that young lady there. Got a little pop-up over her shoes there. And her leggings, sports bra, and fitness watch. Which is great, but of course it's not really going to work for my site. You're going to want to customize it for your own needs. If you're selling sportswear, that might work for you, but I'm not. So let's make it our own. We're going to go back here. Now, one thing I need to mention, I had this page open. If you've already created a page and then you import your layout to your library, you may need to just save and refresh. If you don't do that, it may not show up when you hit add from library. Great. So now to edit this thing, I'm going to go over here to the layers. Here's the hotspot. If we hit the little chevron next to it, it'll show us what's going on. Here's the image that's behind it all. I'm going to just click on that. I want to put my own image. As you can see, it's an image module. I'm going to get rid of that, or just left click and it'll take you to your library. There's that crazy picture I had before. We'll use that one again. Great. Now that looks a little dark to me, which is fine. I want mine full color. I think they've taken the brightness down on the actual image itself. So while I'm in the image, if that works for you, I think they've got a hover effect going on. You notice when I hover over it, it brightens up. If you want that, that's fine. I don't particularly want that in this case. I'll show you how to adjust it. We're still in the image. We can go over to design. We go down to our filters here. I think they pull the brightness down on this one. Yeah, it's down to 50% and then 100% on hover. You can either just hit reset to bring it back to normal or just put it where you particularly want it. Don't need to change anything on hover because I think we'll find that it's 100% on hover anyway. That's fine. If you adjust anything on hover, make sure you flip back. For anybody that didn't catch what I did there, I went up to the top, little arrow there. If we were originally on desktop, which is where you should be when you edit anything, I left click, I went down to hover. Once you're in the hover state, the little arrow up there, you can change any of these settings and it'll only affect what you do on hover. And the important part to remember about this is once you've done it, flip back to desktop. I've been called out like this. If you leave it on hover, any edits you make in the design fields will only happen on hover. So that's great. We've got our image bright, how I want it, etc. If we look down underneath our image, we've got some groups. Each one of these groups is an icon, a heading, and a little bit of content there. So let's click on one of these groups. Here's the icon. You can change the colors or do whatever you want, change the different icons over in content. Just to show you which one we're doing, if I flip the hue up here, you'll see that first one change color. Of course, you can go to content, choose whatever icon you want that works for you, style it over in design and the icon. I'm going to leave those just as they are. But of course, this first one right here, I probably want over the top of this crazy mountain down here. So we need to adjust it. Now to move any of these, you want to make sure you're in the group itself. So I've clicked on the group there, as we can see up here. If we go over to advanced now, go down to position, they've positioned these absolutely. It's actually positioned top left there. Now here's something important. They're using percentages to position it. That way it's going to be responsive. So don't use pixels because it won't work on tablet and mobile. Make sure you've got percentages selected. So height-wise, I want it just a little bit further down, or I could adjust it, put it on the bottom and bring it further up. We'll leave it there. I'll just bring it further down. Let's try perhaps 65. And I need to move it across a bit more. And again, we're using percentages. Let's try 15 and see where it takes it. Not quite enough. What about 20? A little bit too much. And you can increment with these little arrows to get it where you want it. I think right about there. I wonder if you can do a 0.5. Yes, you can. That's great. Now, of course, it's not a training shoe, so we need to put in what we want. Just click on the heading module there, left click, it'll take you straight to it. Over in content, obviously, is where we can put the content. We want mountain, and probably want to spell it right. Always looks better when you spell things right. And I've got a bit of info about it here, so we can just click on module below. There it is. I'm going to replace that with my info. And of course, being a WYSIWYG box, you can add links, you can underline, you can make bullet lists, do whatever you want. That will work for me. And of course, we need to rinse and repeat for the next one. So if we click on the next one up here, again, we want to make sure we're in the group. So make sure you're in the group. I'm going to click on the actual group itself. This wants to be over the planet. So again, I'm going to go over to my advanced position. I need to bring it up a bit and to the right. So the vertical offset, let's try 35. It's about right. Oh, I just need to bring it to the right a bit more. We'll try 35 there as well. See what happens. A little bit too much. Again, increment back with these. And again, you want to change out your title. Just click on that. I'm not going to go through with it. I'm sure you see how to do that. Just click on that one. Under the content and text, you'll find that. And then click on the next one. The easiest way I found to do this is once you're actually in one module, let's just change this out for planet, copy the text, Just paste it in there. Now you're already in that module, so if we click on this one, we're in the right place for that one. That was probably going to be lightning. And again, click on this one, perhaps the moons or something. And we got that one done quickly. And it's the same for the titles. I'll pause this. I'll just do the titles. No point you watching me go through this. Okay, I just added the content there and adjusted these to the position I want. Let's check this out on the front end. We'll save. We'll do a quick preview. And here we have it. We've got those little hotspots there. First one, it's the mountain, as you can see. Second one we've got on the planet. Third one's the lightning. Fourth one's the moon, working absolutely perfectly. Now, of course, what happens if you want to add a new one? Well, it couldn't be easier. I'm sure plenty of you know exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go in my last group here. I'm going to hit the little 3 squares. I'm going to hit duplicate group. And it puts a new one underneath. You can see this one's gone dark because it's in exactly the same position. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and we'll put it where we want it. Let's probably put it on a cloud and say something about the clouds perhaps. And we've just done that. I'm sure you know how. We're over in advanced and position. Way too high. Let's put it, try 55 and see what happens. And again, make sure we're using percentage. Not quite enough. I'm going to take it up some more till it's where I want it. About there. I want to move it slightly over to the left so it's on top of that cloud there. So again, I'm going to increment down with the arrows. Just holding it down and it's going across there. Boom. And of course, to edit, it's not a moon, it's a cloud. Just want to go in there. You can see we're on the heading module. Text. Clouds. Whatever you want to put in yours, obviously. Now we just need to put in the correct content. Here's a little bit of content about clouds. Perfect. Once again, when you're happy, we'll resave and preview. Here's how to download, install and customize these free hotspots. Elegant themes right here. And once again, this has been a Divi 5 theme video. Divi 5 is absolutely awesome. It's still in the beta stage, so you may find a few bugs with it. I'm making all these videos to primarily get familiar with the new platform here. It's absolutely awesome. But I will say I'm keeping all my client sites on the Divi 4 theme for the moment, probably until after they release the final version to version 0.501 or something like that. But it's going to be absolutely awesome. I would suggest if you're using Divi, you get ahead of the game by learning how to use Divi 5. It's so much quicker and so much more intuitive than Divi 4. Divi 4 still works absolutely perfectly, but what they've done here is fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.